Okay, so I come bearing another rusty rifle, shotgun, whatever you want to call it. This is a Heritage Topper, model 158. Very old. You can always tell by the barrel if it's the hook and you click it into place and there's a little lever that locks it, or if it's a screw in the top. So this is an older one, and you can see it's in bad shape. So I got it for pretty much next to nothing. I think it was like 50 bucks or something. Missing the foregrip. We'll figure that part out later. But on further examination, barrel is actually pretty decent, but up front there's a lot of nasty rust up in here. Probably about down to about there. It's pretty corroded on the inside. So I said, hey, why not? Let's just cut the barrel. Why would we worry about keeping that whole, I think it's a 28-inch barrel or something. It's a long one. I don't think we need it. 28. It's a 28-inch barrel is what comes with this thing. It's a 12 gauge. Legal limit is 18, as we talked before in other videos. So I have a little marker right here that I always go by, and I measure off of the stick coming all the way up to 18 and a half. Where's my 18 and a half? Let's flip this around. There it is. I always give myself an extra ½ inch just in case if I screw up or something. So that's my 18 and a half. And in one of my videos, a guy said, hey, you probably want to use 2 tape measures just in case if your tape measure's off by a little bit. So I got myself another tape measure. We're going to measure, and it is 18, come on, 18 and a half, right there. So I'm happy with that. Thank you for the advice. We're going to go ahead and stuff this in. Now I already looked down there with you guys to make sure there was nothing in it. Tap, tap, tap. We're good. We're going to mark this at my 28. I always go on the inside of the barrel, because if a police officer pulls you over and says, whew, that barrel looks too short, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to take a rod, he's going to stick it in there and see where the breech face is, or where the firing pin is located. And then he'll measure out and say, oh wow, you're good with your legal limit, or else nope, you're going to jail. So we're sitting at 28 out here. I'm going to bring it in all the way down to 18 and a half. It's going to be about 9.5 inches if I do my math correctly. Let's go ahead and cut this. Oh, I didn't mark it. What am I thinking? Stick it right there. Make sure my 28 mark is there. Let's mark it at 18 and a half. The rust is pretty bad. Oof. Is this gun even salvageable? Was it worth the $45 or $50 that I got it for? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Now what I usually cut with is one of these guys. I have a DeWalt one that's got a big cleaning wheel on it. And then I have this one that I got for free at Harbor Freight. Another thing that you have to have, please don't try cutting this without safety glasses. Whoops! Well, they're safe if they're on the floor. Take the glasses, put them on. It's just not good. If you don't have safety glasses and you have metal shards flick up in your face, you will wish you had some safety glasses. So here's my mark. We're going to go ahead and chop it. Let's double check that measurement. Sitting at 18.5. Shotguns, 18.5. Rifles, 16. Why is there a difference? I don't know. That's just the government for you. I'm going to try to save that bead. We'll see if I can't put it back on. I'm not super stressed about a bead on a little teeny shotgun like this. Now let's take a look. You'll see right here, that cut is not flush. Oh, it's terrible. Chris, you screwed it up. Now what are we going to do? It's going to be the worst barrel ever. Don't stress. Because I have a sanding wheel on the side of this sander that will make it flush. Now that is perfectly square. Let's get rid of this big ugly thing. Yeah, that's nice. That's much nicer. More better. Let's make sure I didn't sand off too much. Still sitting at 18.5. That's good. Let's put it back on the gun. Stick my rod back in there. Make sure I'm 18.5. Looks like it's just a smidge shorter than 18.5. Now 18's legal, so we're still over 18. Just a teeny tiny less than 18.5. So that's good. We're happy. We're legal. We're not going to jail today for this thing. Now that's all sharp. That's gross. That hurts. We don't want that. I have 500 grit sandpaper. This is 500. It's the other half of that one. And some steel wool. This thing is just dirty. This is a gross gun. I'm embarrassed that I even bought this thing, but we're going to make it look pretty, darn it. We will. I take the sandpaper, and I just need to sand the whole thing. But right now we're worried about the outer rim area. Rim doesn't hurt as much, so that's good. We're going to step it up a notch. I'm going to use 220. That's really aggressive for a piece of metal. But like I said, this gun is in rough shape. Oh, that feels so much better. Yeah. Now we'll go back to the 500. Oh yeah, that's good. We'll use the steel wool. Look at that. That looks great. The rest of the gun looks terrible, but at least this looks good. Another great thing about a shotgun is you don't have to worry about the rifling or crowning the barrel. All you have to worry about is no burrs in the way. Yeah, that feels good. That's nice. Okay. That That's nice. Now, let's redo the whole thing. Let's make this whole gun look better. Jeez. Yikes. I wasn't going to keep that old rubber pile of crap anyways. Look, there's your screws. Completely gone. That's bad. Oh, that's so bad. No, isn't that a problem? The ridiculous thing is I have a skill saw over there that would chop right through this, but no, I'm here hand sawing this thing. Hooray! And that is short. All right, so back to it. I just used this grinding wheel and polished this whole side. And while I was off camera, I beat out the pins, dumped all the parts out, and I cleaned all these parts too. Now that I've grinded it all down and cleaned off all the old rust, we can move to my favorite part of bluing. We're going to be using this bluing, cold bluing, for all of the parts on this gun. This is not going to be a pretty gun. I'm not restoring it back to its perfection. In fact, we're doing kind of a zombie apocalypse nasty gun. So I'm not sweating this bluing. If it gets a little rusty, it gets a little rusty. I would dare say that you're going to be able to keep your zombie gun in great, pristine, rust-free. So I'm actually pretty excited just to make this look ugly. I usually use WD-40 to neutralize all of the nasty rust bluing that I did. Pretty good, but pretty bad, I guess. I don't know. Next video, I'll be putting all the inserts or all the pieces back in, and then I got something special for the buttstock and foregrip. Foregrip has not come in, but the buttstock I have been working on, so you'll be able to see it in the next video. Here we go.